Hey guys, I can't express how excited I am because I am here at Johnson's Auto Plaza where we just bought a brand new truck. That's right, if you recall, we had a long-term Raptor that we traded in on this 2017 Ford Fiesta for a video series on TFL Card called Is It Faster Than a Ford Fiesta ST? Well, that did not go over well with you truck guys, and so we thought that the cosmic wheel has to spin and we have to trade that in on a brand new truck, and that truck is right behind you. Well, right behind the videographer. But before we tell you what truck we bought, let's go over some of the trucks that we considered buying so that you understand kind of the thought process as to why we bought the truck that's right there. Power Wagon don't care! You know that saying. And here's one. It's one of the vehicles that we thought about buying. And here, this 2018 is now going for $49,999, down from $58,000. I mean, it's a hell of a bargain. But the problem with the Power Wagon, especially for us, is that it's going away. And I suspect that's also why it's on sale. As you guys may or may not know, there's a new Ram heavy-duty truck coming, which means that there's a new Ram Power Wagon coming. So it's very hard to buy a vehicle, even though it's one that we love, that's going away when there's a new one coming. So as much as my heart aches to not own a Power Wagon, this one is not the one that we bought. The other truck that we seriously considered getting is this one right here. It's the brand new Chevrolet Silverado Z71 Trail Boss. It's got everything that we want. Well, almost everything. Let me explain. It's got the off-road package. It's brand new and it's pretty cool, but we didn't get it for one simple but important reason, and that is it's not completely brand new. You know, we want to test trucks that bring something innovative to the table. And while this has been redesigned, the power plants that are under there right now are only really two choices, the 5.3, which has been around a long time, and the 6.2, which has been around a long time. Now there are interesting engines coming. There's a 4-cylinder coming, which is cool, and even perhaps cooler, a straight 6 diesel, but those aren't available. And the problem is, quite simply for tax reasons, we needed to buy a truck this year, not next year. And the cool engines won't come out until 2019. So as much as this was at the top of the list, it's not a truck that we bought. So let me show you a few others that we almost bought. By the way, guys, we got our truck here at Johnson's Auto Plaza because, well, they're great. It was probably one of the most pleasant experiences I've ever had buying a new vehicle. Unlike the Fiesta, which was one of the least pleasant. And I'm not getting paid, this is not a commercial. I would just highly recommend that if you're in Brighton, Colorado and you're looking for a truck, this is the place to get it. Anyway, back to my story. We did not get this vehicle even though we chose it as TFL's off-road truck of the year. Of course, this is the Colorado ZR2. We seriously thought about getting it, especially the one with the baby Duramax underneath. Once again, it's got everything that we love. It's got a diesel engine. It has one of the most ultimate off-road packages you can get in a truck. Heck, it even has a locking front differential, but once again, it's not new. And really, you guys are most interested in the newest vehicles, and there's an Uber ZR2 coming, and you know what I'm talking about, the Bison, of course, the AEV Bison, and that won't be available until next year. Plus, there's a new Jeep truck coming, plus there's a Ranger coming, and none of those are available this year, so really, the mid-size trucks were off the menu. I interrupt this video for a special and yet somewhat sad announcement. It has to do with this, Big Green. That's the other surprise. I have sold, well, we have sold Big Green, and it's going north. Way north. Come on over here, Steven.
Hey guys, how you doing? No, this is not a sad announcement, Roman. This is a great day, and it's true. I'm buying Big Green, and I'm taking it north of the border. Big Green's going north.
Big Green is going to Canada, and luckily our man is going to do some videos with it. So while we're saying goodbye to the truck in Colorado, we are not saying goodbye to videos. So the first video you got to do, dude, is your drive from here all the way back to Ontario.
Heck yeah, that's a 1,500-mile road trip. It's going to be a long one. Iowa and Nebraska, really flat, really straight. It's going to be interesting, though. I can't wait.
Well, I bought you a little souvenir. I should say I bought the truck a little souvenir as a reminder of where the truck came from. It's been a Colorado truck its whole life. So
cool.
Let's go put it on the window, huh?
Okay, let's do it.
You put it where you want it, because this is your vehicle now. And for all of you guys who may not be aware, Steven is our Canadian correspondent. So he's our truck and off-road man up there
What do
in
you
the Great
think?
White North. I think that looks badass, dude.
Nice and level. Boom. Now everyone will know where Big Green came from.
And I'm going to share a secret, a personal secret with our audience, if that's okay.
Yeah, I
And
want to know.
That is, well, it's your secret. That is, this is your first quote-unquote new vehicle you've ever purchased for yourself.
That's absolutely true. I've never bought a vehicle just for myself. I had a hand-me-down Honda. I bought another Honda with my wife, which is kind of her car. This is really the first vehicle I'm buying for me, and I couldn't be happier. I think this is a pretty decent first car.
Yeah,
first truck.
It's a bittersweet moment for me because this is one of our favorites here in Colorado, so I'm sad to see it go, but I couldn't be happier that it's found a new home in Canada. And before we return to our previously scheduled programming, you guys may be wondering what happened to the Tacoma and the Tundra. That was another vehicle that we considered buying instead of the new truck that we have yet to reveal. Well, the problem with the Tundra is that it's kind of sort of new, but not really, right?
Yeah, no, there's not much. The TRD Pro's got some updates. Besides that, yeah.
And for tax reasons, the Tacoma is less than 6,000 pounds GVWR, which means it doesn't work as a tax write-off, which is one of the things that we're trying to accomplish. So that left the truck that's yet to be identified.
Yeah, stay tuned. You guys are going to love it.
So have you figured it out yet what we've bought? Well, obviously we needed a new truck for 2019. And here's a big hint over here. We needed something that was unique in the power plant. It couldn't be the same old power plant. And we needed something that was off-road worthy. And perhaps most importantly, we needed something that wasn't a Ford. We don't want you guys thinking that we're just Ford fanboys. So we couldn't do another Raptor, of course. So I think it's time that we reveal our new truck, Tommy. What do you say? Let's go do it. So here we are, right back where we started from, in front of the Ford Fiesta ST that is no longer ours. And I bet you figured out by now what we bought. It has to be new. It has to be TFL red. And of course, it has to be the brand new 2019 Ram Rebel because, you know, we love off-road trucks. And let me show you why we purchased it, because we're going to keep it and we're going to test it, and there's one specific thing under the hood that we definitely want to test. Yep, it's right there. It's the Hemi with the e-torque. I'm really curious to see if indeed this truck gets, get this, 19 mpg because of the added e-torque. We'll see. You know, the old Raptor got about 14 mpg on a good day. To go from that with a V8 to 19 is incredible. Plus we want to try it off-road. This has a much higher towing capacity than the Raptor. Well, you know what, before we talk about all the features, because I'm going to get a walk around to this, let me kind of talk about how much we paid for it. So here's the sticker on our new truck, $59,055, and it's pretty loaded. It's got the tech package, it's got the optional sunroof, it's got pretty much everything but the Ram Rebel 12, which is the big screen. The other thing it doesn't have, unfortunately, is the larger fuel tank. That's the one thing I wish we had gotten, but they didn't have one here, and we probably couldn't have ordered one on time to get in under the end of the year deadline. So the sticker was almost $60,000, $59,055. Now, we did call our friends at Ram, and since we are using this as a long-term review and we are going to be featuring it, they gave us a discount. We got about $4,500 discount. Plus, on top of that, there was money on the table that the manufacturer provides as an incentive to buy this truck. So all in all, we ended up paying $52,850 for this particular Ram. So that's a pretty substantial discount. Now, the guys here at Johnson's gave us $15,000 for the Fiesta. So that meant that we had to finance $37,725.03 to become the proud owners of this truck. So we do have a loan on it, but I felt like the Fiesta had served its purpose and it was time to get back into a truck. So I am so excited to be back in with something that can tow, something that can go off-road, and something that hopefully you guys will enjoy learning about over the next year, because we are going to give this a complete TFL test. So we'll be doing a lot of things with it, and you're probably going to get, I hope not, but you might get sick of seeing this And the first thing we're gonna have to do is, let me show you, come on outside. What's missing? Obviously, the bed isn't lined, so we're gonna have to get this covered because a painted bed is no good. It's gonna get scratched up and dinged up, so we have to get that taken care of. Probably put some kind of a cover on this like we had on the Raptor. I'm not even sure if it's possible to put a winch on this truck. We might end up lifting it. We've got a lot of big plans, but those are still to come. So let's do a little walk around of our new truck.
All right, what do you want me to do here?
This is Jacob. He's the man who helped me purchase this new truck. So Jacob, let's start by asking you the easy question. How popular are the new Ram 1500s?
Oh, very popular.
Yeah.
I mean, since the day we got them, I mean, when they first got here, we couldn't even keep them on the floor. We didn't have the high volume in the beginning, but I mean, they've been selling. I mean, way better than the 2500s.
And when we were talking kind of after we finished signing all the paperwork, you said that this was your dream truck.
Oh, by far.
Okay, why is that? Because it's certainly my dream truck.
I mean, there's a lot that comes with it. I mean, I like the off-road look, the sport appearance hood. I really, you know, I'm a huge fan of the steel bumpers, the interior with the red trim. I like the functionality of all of the technology. I mean, I feel as though that Ram has the, you know, highest technology in my opinion. I mean, blows Chevy out of the water with the updated technology.
Now keep in mind that Jacob sells Rams and not Chevy, so there's a little bit of a competition probably going on between you and the Chevy store guys. Yeah, I agree. I mean, the interior is, I think, best in the business.
It is.
And it's got really cool tech. Things like, and we have it on this one, for instance, when you hook up a trailer, it knows that there's a trailer that's hooked up, and it will do blindside monitoring, not just for the truck, but automatically for the trailer.
Yes.
You know, that was one of the things that really impressed me. The other thing that impressed me on this truck was that we did not get the air suspension right. You can get, in the past, the old Ram Rebel, you had to get the air suspension, and I'm not a big fan of air suspension because it's kind of like going off-roading on your tippy toes, right? There's no more suspension travel. So now that we have regular old-fashioned suspension, it not only allows us to lift it, but it allows us to actually do some serious off-roading, I think. And you've got a truck that's got, look how long that door is. I mean, look how much.
The cap grew actually by 4 inches.
By 4 inches, I mean, that is enormous. I don't think there's as much room in a Mercedes S-Class as there is in the back of a Ram now. Well, Jacob, you know, you've really made this process pleasant. A lot of you and me are terrified going to dealerships because it's like this high pressure situation where it's just something that you feel like you don't need at the end of your day, but you guys were wonderful. The process was painless, and we ended up with a really cool truck. So I really want to thank you, and I really want to thank you guys for making this possible. And please stay tuned. We're going to be doing a lot with the new TFL Ram Rebel, including, I think, probably taking it in the snow. It's supposed to snow this weekend. All right, as always, this is Roman, my man Jacob, saying it's time for me to drive the Rebel. I can't wait, and I'll see you guys next time. Let's go on back to the office, Tommy.